Jack, what are your thoughts after that?
Anger, mate. To be honest, a story that we've seen a lot, and a feeling that we've felt a lot. So yeah, angry. It's obviously demoralising for everybody when you put in a first half like that, where you see some real people sort of express themselves, and okay, we only scored one, we should score more, but a good performance, solid going forward. There was some exciting stuff going on. So to go from that to what happened between 1-0 and 2-1 down is, honestly, I would love to know exactly what goes through half the lads' heads at times, or us as a team, what goes through, how do we get ourselves in that position. But it's a story of the season, really, and what happened between 1-0 up and obviously going 2-1 down is nowhere near good enough, especially after putting in a first half performance like that.
Is that a mentality thing? Then do you think?
Mentalities, obviously that word's been used a lot by different people. You can use it for whatever you like, but sometimes you either have it or you don't. What this club needs, and I won't speak about what is, but what the club needs is, it needs a group, a squad, a togetherness that lives and breathes what this club's about, and it's not getting that, and it's not being shown enough. So I have to be careful how I say things, but that's the truth and reality of it. That's, I think, what the fans are then seeing, and it has to happen the rest of the week. You know, it can't be turned on a match day. It can't be done occasionally in training. It's a mentality of winning, desire, and it doesn't have to be pretty at times. It doesn't have to be pretty. That should have been a 1-0 worst case scenario. It should have been a 1-0. Bodies on the line. If it gets scrappy, it gets scrappy. So what? Come away with the 3 points. But at the minute, we're not showing that we have enough of that, and that's ultimately what this club needs, first and foremost.
Jack, do you feel as though there's maybe some players here who maybe just don't appreciate the magnitude of the club and just what's required on a day-to-day basis?
I won't say that, because everyone's here and everyone's got the opportunity to play for this fantastic club, so they're here for a reason. But maybe they have an opportunity still to grasp that. It's better late than never, but at the minute we're not doing it or showing it enough as a team. Now, you can point fingers wherever you like, or put it down to whatever you like, but it's a requirement, as I've said, at this club to be 110%, whether the quality's there or not at times. The effort and the desire to win, to not get beat, to not concede, needs to be there all the time. And at that point, crazy things can still happen. You can still draw, you can still lose, but it's all too often that we're finding ourselves in this position.
Jack, while you see the players need to do more, how difficult has the last week or so been? Because there's obviously the uncertainty still surrounding who the new manager might be, when he might be coming in. How difficult is that, for the players to try and...
Yeah, it's difficult. Some of us have experienced it before, some haven't. And the truth is, it's never easy to deal with that situation. That being said, it's not an excuse. I don't think we can use it as an excuse after putting in the first half performance that we do. So I thought Steve and Gilly had obviously put in a lot of effort in the 2 days that we've had as a full squad together, to make it clear, to make it as simple as possible for the lads without changing too much and giving everyone a load of confusion that they didn't need to go and step over the line and put in a performance. And for the first 45 minutes we did that. The danger is we've been in that situation, and there has been too many times where we haven't turned that into a win. This is just a week, and hopefully that is sorted soon. If it's not, then we've got to stick together, and we've got to put in a performance on Thursday. And I know putting a performance it's cliche, but it's whatever happens, we have got to start showing more of what the fans expect on the pitch for 90 minutes.
In terms of that clarity, then, as the players, as Andy from behind the scenes, the board have ever spoken to the players as a collective, as a group, is to say, right, listen, this is what's happening. He's coming in, whatever type of thing. Do you guys know when you can expect a new manager? No, we've been informed that when things are in a position to let us know, that we'll be told. In the meantime, we have to represent the club the best way we can, with whoever's in charge. So
yeah, of course we'd all like that sorted sooner rather than later. If it doesn't happen, then that's because the club's looking or trying to get the right thing sorted, and that's all that we can hope, is that that's what happens next. For the group, we have to find a way of putting in a performance for 90 minutes and getting some wins, regardless of who's in charge.
Stevie, is it a danger though that if this form continues and there is continued uncertainty, the season can just drift away and get away from you? Is that a danger?
Of course it can. Like, it's not. We're better off not sort of beating around the bush. We know what we want to achieve and what this club expects, but the reality is, at the minute, we haven't shown that. So that, as tough as it sounds and as hard as it is for me to say, is a reality. Like, we don't want it to drift away, of course not, but we have to be realistic about where we find ourselves right now, and thinking about where we can get to and what's achievable is irrelevant. What happens is we need to start changing what we're doing and taking on the lessons and getting better, as simple as that, and start putting in performances that the fans can align with, and recognise as a Rangers team that they can get behind and believe in, which too often we haven't been, and it's just a fact. So we need to get to that.
Last one, Stevie, please.
Jack, message from the fans in the first half read, no more buses to hide on, no more managers to hide behind, face your failures like men.
Yeah.
How do you respond to that?
Look, I can speak for myself. I put myself out there. Look, I'm here now. I'm speaking to people. I think I'm hope I'm saying what people want to hear. I can't repeat what's said in the change room, but I'd like to think that the messages there are messages that would echo the opinions of the fans and what they expect, because I feel it and I want this place to be special, and as special as it can be. As for that, the fans are I've got no qualms with it, because they're entitled to their opinion, and to be honest, that it's reasonably factual at the minute that what they're seeing is not good enough. So as players, it's a challenge. You have to face it. The only way we can face it is by putting in performances. You know, that's all they want to see. So look, I'll walk out there, and when I get to my car in a second, there'll be people out there. I won't shy away from it. So as far as facing things up, you have to accept what comes with it when things aren't good. But I've also been on the other side, and my focus and a message, I guess, for the rest of the squad, if they don't believe it already, is when things are great here, there's nowhere better. This is a difficult time. I've experienced some good ones here. I'd love more of that, and it's just sticking your chest out, getting on with it, and trying to do the best you can, which I'm certainly trying to do.
Okay, guys. Tomorrow.